All right. So we've got an accepted offer. Now we're going to get into the nitty gritty, all the pieces of the escrow. So here we go. Hey, I'm Gary Meek with the Living in Sacramento team, and you are watching our process on how we sell houses, all the pieces, all the steps that happen from the time you have called us to say, hey, I'm thinking about selling my house, all the way till the end where you're moved out and you've given those keys over to that new buyer. And so we are today talking about we are officially in escrow. So we talked last time about what it looks like when offers are coming in, how we're going to present them to you, how we're going to put everything together, help you to make the best decision. Well, now we've accepted that offer and it's time to move into the next pieces. So you're going to not see a lot of things that happen again in the background here because we are doing so much in the background. So accepted offer. First and foremost, we get together an email and we send that email over to the escrow company. Now, escrow company is getting ready to open up our escrow in full with an executed contract. So our TC is going to be involved in that. You've heard about that person already. We're going to include the buyer's agent and their TC if they have one. We're going to include the lender if there is financing on this property. And it's going to be an email saying, hey, here's all the people involved in our process. And then our TC is going to say, hey, we've got everything in. Thank you so much for getting us all the documents. You're going to verify all the paperwork is accurate. And then RTC is going to send us out a date list. We got 72 hours usually to get the earnest money deposit in. And then depending on how the offer is written, we might have 10 or 12 days for inspections. They may have kept the full 17 days for inspections. We have 17 days for an appraisal. We got 17 days for a loan. Those are things that can be adjusted within the offer to make it look a little stronger. And depending on who that buyer is and what or specifics that they're dealing with, maybe they've got a house to sell first and we accepted a contingent offer. Those are all dates that our TC is going to set up, and you're going to get a sheet of paper. Usually it's a PDF as well as an email that says, hey, here is the information. Here's the dates that are super important. We put those onto our calendar, and then you will get notifications as we're getting closer to those things so that you know, oh, the buyer's earnest money deposit got into escrow. Hey, the buyers, because we did all the inspections up front and did some repairs, there is no inspection contingency. Now all we're waiting for is an appraisal to be completed. We believe we've priced your house properly, and the appraiser's going to come in and just give us a great value. But hey, things happen. Appraisers might call that something didn't get done. They may come in with a low value. They could come in with a higher value. We don't know what those things are, but that's one of the pieces of the steps of the process that we don't have really any control over. Then the next thing is going to be the loan. The loan has a contingency in place. So we're going to walk through all of the steps of that process in the background. And a lot of times you as the seller don't really know what's going on. So we're going to do everything we can to communicate to you. We have a series of messages that as certain things happen inside the process, a message will go out to you. Hey, here's a text message. The earnest money deposit came in. Hey, here's an email that says, hey, here's where we're at in the process. Here's the next few steps that are going to happen, just in case we haven't communicated well enough to you yet. We are all about communication. We want to make sure that we are doing every single piece we can to over communicate to you, to give you all the details of everything that's happening in the process so that you feel that you are getting communicated to. You feel like you have a good handle on what's going on. And then, of course, if anything changes, shifts, adjusts, we can easily come back to you and say, hey, we were supposed to have our appraisal contingency this day. The appraiser got sick, or appraiser couldn't find the property. Something weird happened. And so we're going to be delayed by 2 days. We'll be able to tell you that ahead of time rather than, oh, yeah, I forgot to mention that this happened. So we're doing all these things to communicate to you guys up front. Now, if the home inspections or all inspections have been done up front, that is one less contingency to be put in place. But you still have a couple of things that will be there as appraisal and loan contingency. So we're going through that process. We're getting to the end. Contingencies are being released. Hopefully the appraisal comes in, like I said, with value and no issues. The loan has been fully approved. They got their final documents in. They did their verification of employment. They didn't go out and buy a new car. And so we get what's called a clear to close from the loan officer. And then the CD, the closing disclosure, goes out for the buyers to sign. And then it brings us to the final steps, the final phases. And we're going to actually get into that after this on another one. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Stick around for the next session that's coming up soon. Bye.